Crack it.
Welcome back. Today I am going to be showing you how I got the makeup look that I have on right now. I think this is a very fun look that's really heavy on the eyes but sort of minimal everywhere else. I wanted to try using the colors orange and purple mixed together for this look, which is something that I don't normally do, and I never really thought to mix them together too often, but I really like how it turned out. And just a quick message before I get started, I did use quite a lot of products from the brand Arbonne in this video. I'm not actually sponsored by them, but I did purchase a whole bunch of their products a couple weeks ago, so I am trying those out and hopefully doing a review on the makeup for you guys next week. So don't forget to stick around for next week's video, as that is going to be a full review on all the makeup products that I got from the brand Arbonne. But if you guys are interested in seeing the look I have on right now, then just keep on watching. Okay, so to start off, we are going to prime our face, and for that I'll be using the makeup primer from Arbonne. Alright, so now that we are all primed and ready, we can move on to foundation, and I'm going to be using Arbonne's Perfecting Liquid Foundation. Okay, so moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Okay, so now that we're all concealed, we can go ahead and set that concealer, and for that I will be using the Setting Pretty Translucent Loose Powder from Arbonne. Okay, so I did actually pack on quite a lot of that powder because I'm going to be doing sort of a baking method with it, and then I'm going to dust it away when I'm finished doing my brows. And as for my brows, I am going to go ahead and do those off camera, but I do have a video that I posted a couple weeks back showing you how I do my brows, and I will leave that link for you guys in the description if you want to check that out. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my foundation, as well as knock away any excess powder underneath the eyes, and we'll be using the same loose powder for that. Okay, so moving on to the eyes, I'm going to start by priming my lids, and I'll be using the Prime and Proper Eye Makeup Primer by Arbonne. Okay, so before we get into any actual colors, I'm going to just use a base color, sort of like the same color as my skin tone, and I'm going to be using Light Cocoa from the Cocoa Contour palette from Too Faced. Okay, so now taking the Morphe 35U palette, I'm going to be taking this sort of peachy shade right here and applying that all over the lid just up until the crease. Okay, now going into the Swamp Queen palette from Tarte, we're going to take the shade Man Cat and apply that to the outer V of the eye, also kind of taking it into the crease. And don't worry too much about getting this too dark because we are going to be blending it out with a lighter color. Alright, so going back into the Morphe palette, we're going to be taking this bright orange shade and just going over where we put Man Cat, but bringing it a little bit more towards the center of the lid and a little bit higher than where you went with the previous shade. Okay, so before going in with the next color, we're just going to quickly blend that out with the brush with no product on it, just so we don't get any harsh lines. Okay, so now going back in with the shade Man Cat, we're going to just go back in the same place that we went before, but making it a little bit darker. So now going back to that bright orange shade from the Morphe palette, we're going to be applying that to the outer half of the lower lash line. Alright, so we're almost done with the shadows. The last thing is to take Gator Wings from the Swamp Queen palette, and we're going to use that to highlight the brow bone as well as the inner corner. Alright, so now that the eyeshadow portion of this look is done, we can move on to eyeliner. And for that, I'll be taking the Physicians Formula Eye Booster Pen and making a wing, and basically just making the biggest wing that my eye space can pretty much allow me to do without ruining the actual eyeshadow look. Okay, so now that the eyeliner is done, we can go ahead and take a regular pencil eyeliner and just apply that to the outer half of the waterline, and I'll be taking a pencil from Bellapierre in the shade Ebony. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go ahead off camera and apply some half lashes and mascara. If you're curious, the mascara that I'm using is It's a Long Story mascara from Arbonne. Okay, so now that that's done, we can move on to the rest of the face, and I'm not actually going to be doing any sort of contouring or bronzing for this particular look, but I will be taking two different blushes, one being darker than the other, and just applying the darker one a little bit lower and the lighter one a little bit higher. Okay, so the first blush I'll be taking is from Arbonne, and it's in the shade Merlot. I'm going to be applying that sort of in the same area that you would do your contour, but a little bit higher up, but still keeping it pretty low on the cheeks. Alright, so for the second blush, also from Arbonne, we'll be taking the shade Dusty Rose and applying that sort of just above where we put Merlot, but a little bit more towards the apples of the cheeks. Okay, so we're almost done. Moving on to highlight, I'll be taking Gator Wings from the Swamp Queen palette and just applying that to the top of my cheekbones as well as the tip of my nose. Alright, so the last step for this look is lipstick, and I'm going to be taking a lipstick from the brand DuWop in the shade Private Nude and just applying that with a brush. Unfortunately, I cannot actually show you the tube of this lipstick because I did depot it, but that is the lipstick that we are using today, and I will make sure to leave the name of that in the description box down below in case anyone is interested in buying it. Alright you guys, so that is how I got this look. I really hope you guys liked it a lot. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe as it really does help out my channel, and then you guys can see all my new videos as I put them out every week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Bye guys!